I regret almost all of my tattoos. So let's talk about it. So I've been just kind of wanting to share a little bit about my kind of experience. This is a little bit vulnerable, obviously a little controversial, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. So I am 36 and I got most of my tattoos. Actually, I started out when I was like 17, 18. I got my first tattoo. I think I got like some stars behind my ear. And then progressively I started getting some more. I got like a large piece on my side. And then I just started getting sporadically everywhere. I got a couple down my arm. And then after I got married, when I was like 26, that's when I got my full sleeve. And yeah, I loved it. It was a really, really great time of my life. I'm going to start getting ready while I'm talking to you. So I have somewhere to go. And yeah. So it was I loved it. It was awesome. Obviously, when I was getting them, I didn't think I would regret it. I felt like I would love them forever. It was part of my vibe then. I'm obviously in the creative field. So I feel like, and I'm originally from New York. So I feel like it's not very out there to see people who have, especially women who have a lot of tattoos, who in my industry also. And yeah, I've always loved it. And I remember even telling my husband that, specifically when I was getting my sleeve, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be one of those really, really cool grandmas who, has a really, really cool sleeve and a fun story to tell to my grandkids about how sick of a young 20-something-year-old I was when I got it. And to be fair, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like it was fun. That's kind of where I was in my life. But now I have 2 kids. I'm 36. I was gonna say I'm 20 something. No, I feel like I am in my head, but I'm not. Definitely not. I'm 36 years old. I am just completely in a different phase of my life. I don't think there's anything wrong with tattoos, but it honestly just feels like, I think I read this quote somewhere that it was a tattoo kind of feels like something along the lines of you're picking a band tee that you have to wear for the rest of your life. And I could not relate to something so much. I feel exactly. I feel like it doesn't go with my vibe anymore. And I also feel like sometimes just for me personally, sometimes when I want to dress up very, very elegantly, for a wedding, or if I just don't want it there, sometimes with certain outfits or something, it just gets in the way. And it's just not who I am anymore. I see it on other people and I think it looks totally fine for them. I'm just not in this phase of my life anymore that I want it. So I'm in the process right now of honestly wanting to laser almost all of them. And this video is for people who are in my age range, or actually even older, and you feel like you have all these tattoos and there's some shame in that you're like, because I remember I had to prove it to myself, to others later, when I was getting these tattoos, they were like, oh, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it or whatever. And I remember just being like, like F off, I know what I want and like, I'm not going to regret it. I love it. I love it. So these is for them, for these videos, for those people who feel like you have a little bit of shame there and you're like, I didn't want to admit to anyone that like, I wouldn't probably regret it. But honestly, I got like at least 10 years, some even almost 20 years of tattoo, wear out of it. I got the cost per wear. And second, like, so what? Who cares what people say? Like, I'm not going to keep this stuff on for the sake of pride, and it's okay if you want to take it off, if you could afford it, and if you're willing to go through that process, like, do it. And then also this video is for people who are considering a tattoo, especially if you're young. Just think about it. Think about it a little bit more because the quotes I've been getting, they are expensive. And I have just been watching videos that it is painful and it is a long process and a long commitment. And I do regret it. I think I just said like, oh, I got like 10 or 20 years out of it. But do I wish I had to go through it? No, absolutely not. I wish that I just like didn't have to go through it and like whatever. Like I'm gonna put on my big girl panties and just go through it because it is what it is. But if I can save someone, the tens of thousands of dollars or whatever, or like the years of removal that it's going to take to get through it, then so be it. But I'm not going to keep these for my pride, because like a bunch of people told me, oh, you're going to regret it one day. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like, no, I'm not. But at the same time, I'm not that person anymore. And it's okay to admit that. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. And I'm proud to say that. Some people do get tattoos back then and like still love it. Some people get tattoos now, in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, and they're happy about that. And I actually think that that's amazing. If you are so sure of yourself and you start getting those tattoos when your brain is actually a lot more developed. So, and that's probably a better decision, to be honest. But that's not what I did, and that's not the path I chose. So I'm just speaking to everyone who went the path that I did, and just to let you know that it's okay. It's okay. We all mess up in this world, and it's okay. So, once I do start and I find the place that I'm going to use, I will go through this journey with you and hopefully begin to document that. I'm hoping to start soon. It is summer here, so I don't know how that goes, but it is a long process. But I am hoping to begin to document it because it's going to be a process. But I might keep a couple, but I'm going to remove the bulk of them, especially this one. This is probably my priority because it's like the largest one. But all right, it was great talking to you.